2025 has been our biggest year yet. Here's a quick recap. We kicked things off in January with our birthday. We turned 15 this year, 1 year away from getting our driver's license. We're growing up so fast. And what better way to celebrate than by supporting 59 amazing grantees doing incredible work. They're going to do a whole lot of good with a whole lot of green. In February, we saw a shakeup. Anne-Claire LeBeur took over as skipper of Upwind by Mer Concept. Where did Francesca Klapsich go? Don't worry, it's all part of the plan. There's no drama. We'll tell you what Frankie's up to. But this move is a big step in building a women-led high-performance program that goes beyond a single skipper. In March, we launched the Ocean Lover's Guide to Compost. Yeah, that thing we won't stop talking about. We made this cool site and advertised it everywhere. And we're gonna keep talking about it. Back to the shakeup, here's where Frankie went. We announced Team Francesca Klapsich, powered by 11th Hour Racing, to back her run for the Vendée Globe in 2028. Once she crosses the start line, she'll be the first person to compete in the Big Four: the Olympics, the Ocean Race, America's Cup, and the Vendée Globe.
Are they talking about me?
In April, we supported sustainability initiatives at the road races in Newport and Providence, and we did it again later in the year with the Amica Newport Marathon. Bet you thought marathons were pretty sustainable. It's just a bunch of people running. Wrong. We diverted 5,109 pounds of waste, collected 2,838 pounds of compost, and expanded the Reusable Cup initiative to other Newport events. Also in April, we checked in with one of our grantees, Save the Sound, restoring eelgrass in Long Island Sound. They're teaming up with clams. No, seriously, clams. They've glued about 300,000 eelgrass seeds onto 50,000 clams that have now buried themselves in the seafloor. So cool. In May, we renewed and expanded support of the IMOCA class, the boats that'll be used in Francesca's Vendée Globe race. With some extra support from us, they're able to do some really cool stuff. Launch a female leadership development program, deploy weather buoys for data collection all over the world, and come up with more eco-friendly options for boats like sails made from plants. You wanted more composting? Say less. We got you. In June, we visited the Rhode Island School Recycling Project, where our funding is helping double the number of schools composting, over 100 in the next 2 years. Without this program, Rhode Island schools were throwing away 2,500 tons of food waste.
Wow, that's a lot of food waste.
Then we sponsored the Sue Moth Challenge, 15 university teams, 7 countries, and the largest fleet of 11 foiling boats. These students are reshaping design and engineering in the marine industry. And they get to do it in stunning Lake Garda, Italy? Fine, twist my arm. Okay, June was busy. We're still going. Wicked Act 2 for Good came out this year, and so did Upwind by Mer Concept Act 2. And this one is also filled with incredible female talent. We saw the first ever race win by an all-female team on the Ocean 50 circuit. Women are taking the lead, and no wizard that there is or was is ever gonna bring them down. Okay, that's enough Wicked references. July was all about tennis. We checked in with our grantee Team Fame and how they're using the sport as a foundation for a really cool after-school program that tutors kids, gets them moving, and teaches them about sustainability. Then we served up some fun and sponsored the Hall of Fame Open. Get ready for these stats. We're putting on our auctioneer voice. We accomplished a 78% landfill diversion rate, eliminated 32,717 single-use plastic bottles with canned water, refill stations, and reusable cups, which equals 635 pounds of plastic waste diverted, and we achieved a green event certification for the 3rd consecutive year. Still in July, we supported the Magenta Project's global survey to review equity and inclusion in sailing, building on initial data gathered in 2019. We took a much-needed break for a vacation in Nantucket. Nope, not a vacation. We visited a grantee at Novak Lab to learn about assisted migration and how it can help grow resilient fields of eelgrass in warming waters. Next, we cheered on 2 of our ambassadors, the rock music duo Illiterate Light, who biked 700 miles from Virginia to Newport, arriving at the Newport Folk and Jazz Festivals in August, where we helped gather 4.8 tons of recycling, 2.3 tons of compost, eliminated 82,000 single-use plastic water bottles, sponsored Bike Valet with our grantee Bike Newport for 1,600 people each day, and sponsored a bike stage where musical performances are powered by bikes and solar. We debuted our new Living Gallery, inviting people to an interactive artistic experience that explores how ecosystems are all connected. We published a case study about our grantees' work in Puerto Rico, celebrating their combined efforts to restore ecosystems that serve as the first line of defense against storm surges. The Replanting Project is the largest mangrove restoration effort ever attempted in North America. We funded composting services for 3 towns in Rhode Island. The goal is to get 2,500 households composting because it's cool, and once again, we're not shutting up about it. Frankie came back from her training in Europe and spent a day with our grantee Community Boating Center, New Bedford. She went out for a session with their all-women offshore sailing team.
That was good!
And filmed a few TikTok trends. In September, we gathered our ambassadors in Newport to connect and learn how to tell impactful stories before we headed to where we co-sponsored the Nest Climate Campus for Climate Week. We brought our living gallery, launched the Water Alliance with Protect Our Winters, and visited another grantee, the Billion Oyster Project, to see how they're restoring oyster reefs in New York Harbor. Then we went from New York to France to cheer on 2 sailing teams we sponsored in the Transat Café Loire, Upwind by Mer Concept and Team Francesca Klaptich with Will Harris. Spoiler alert, they went on to lock in some major milestones. A second-place finish for Frankie and Will, and the first time an all-female team has crossed the Atlantic on a 50-foot trimaran in 24 years.
I feel so good!
Back in Newport, we supported the Norman Bird Sanctuary Harvest Fair and composted, here we go again, 540 gallons of organic material. Then it was time to congratulate the winner of the World Sailing Impact Award that we sponsor, the Royal Yachting Association's Life Recreation Remedies Project. To cap off this insane year, we rounded up all our maritime industry partners at Met's Trade in Amsterdam, including the Marine Shift 360 team who's working to speed up decarbonization and sustainability in the marine space. This sounds complicated, but basically we hit a Mario Kart speed mushroom to turbo-launch things like wind-assisted ships and greener lifeboats. Finally, we kicked our feet up for a fun night at the Jane Pickens Theater, watching great films, listening to our ambassador Todd Hannigan perform live, and blowing out candles with our grantee Newport Film, who also turned 15 this year. That was a lot, and we know what you're thinking. Composting, tennis, shipping methods, music festivals, eelgrass restoration, marathon sailing. What does this all have in common? At the end of the day, everything we do is for the ocean. And here at 11th Hour Racing, we've chosen sport, coastal resilience, innovation in the marine industry, access, and equity as our focus areas to channel our efforts. The ocean isn't just out there, it is connected to everything. And protecting it means taking action, from the largest sporting events around the world all the way down to composting in our backyards. We're at the 11th hour, and the ocean needs us. Buckle up and join us for an epic 2026.